Hi, welcome to another episode. This is B&B Panda. Today I want to show how to actually add a listing on Airbnb. Just go through the steps. Probably take roughly about 20 minutes. So once you click the button create listing, you're prompted with this screen to get started. So actually, entire place, private room, shared room. So I'm actually going to be adding a villa today, based in Thailand. So the villa is an entire place, and it caters for actually more than 16 guests, which I'll go into more detail when we're in the listing. So here you normally can put like Phuket, and then there's a few options. Airbnb uses Google Maps for the API for the mapping system. It's not perfect. Rather than just use Phuket, because I know the location of the villa, the exact location, I know it's in Rawai, and then it narrows it down for the Phuket district. So I do think that probably does improve visibility for the villa. Click continue. And because it's a villa, I choose the house option. You're going to have to play around with this to find your property type. And then further down here is villa. What will guests have? Yes, they'll have the entire place. It's not private room or shared room. And yes, it's set up primarily for guests. So this villa is a 9-bedroom villa. Total beds. It's an interesting question. So one king bed, one single. So that's 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Yeah, actually there's a total of 19 beds available. So here you can actually select the bedrooms, what beds are in specific bedrooms. So king bed is the first one. Second bedroom, one king, one single. This is a pretty big villa. Bedroom 3, 3 single beds. 1, 2, 3. Bedroom 4, one king bed. 5 is one king bed. Bedroom 6, one king bed, one single. Bedroom 7, one king bed, one single. Bedroom 8 is 3 single beds. 1, 2, 3. And lastly but not least, bedroom 9, 2 single beds. Two single beds. And in the common space is 2 single beds. Single, 1, 2. Just double check. Yes. So, one thing to add here, like here you can see add another bed, so waterbed, hammock, cot, airbed. You can add those options. So the bathrooms is 9 in total. So location, excuse me. So because before we narrowed down the search actually in the initial location box at the start, it has selected Rawai for the city, the state, Phuket. I do have an address up here. It is more than likely not going to recognize this address. Also, I know that should have another 0 there. So next, and then it'll prompt me it'll try and pin the actual villa. And then here we couldn't validate your address, double check your address details and try again. And I'll put use this address because that is the correct address. The addresses in Thailand, like I said, are very complicated. So if I go to adjust and I can zoom out, and then I can actually move the villa to where the actual pin should be, and then click save, and it'll prompt you with, so you save that and then yes, that's right, and then let us know why you'd like to adjust the location of your pin. The suggested pin is in wrong location even though the address is correct. That's my option. My address indicates a general area and I move the pin to the specific location. Yeah, it's the first option. It isn't the other options there. This is very self-explanatory. So next, so I already know that essentials, aircon, heating I'm not ticking because we are in Thailand and obviously a tropical climate. It doesn't have a fireplace, but it has everything else. One thing, breakfast, you could tick it and then put like what you charge in other things to note section and in house rules section, which I can show you. But because we don't provide it, I don't like ticking it. I only like ticking it if the villa includes breakfast or if the apartment includes that service. But you do have the option to tick it. Kitchen has a washer, dryer, parking. There's a pool. There isn't a lift, hot tub or gym. So it's private villa. And then this is where you add your brief synopsis, the summary. Your space is the property description. I leave the availability. Your neighborhood, so describe the area and how do you get around that area. So I already have this filled out. So here is the summary. Yeah, I mean, it's really just explaining that it's a 9-bedroom villa, where it's located. It's got a few buzzwords in there, like it's relaxing, it overlooks the beach, great views, furnishings. Really actually selling the space. I would say that like the audience on Airbnb generally, I mean, I don't know what the percentage is, but really a lot of guests are not reading what I write. For example, like often in Thailand, for example, a lot of the villas don't include water and electric, and it is stated in other things to note and in the house rules, and yeah, guests still sometimes miss those key details. So title depends, what your business is and how you want to do it. You could really name your property. So like if you own a villa, you could put the real name. And I guess that could help for search if you want direct bookings as well. Or you could, and if you've got your own Facebook page, for example, and you are creating a brand, or if you're like a property agent, sometimes you don't want to list the real title of the villa. So you could list it like here. Here's just my example. Rawai Beach, Phuket, luxury 9-bedroom villa. Just really says what it is. I really do generally recommend putting in the location name at the start of the listing. I just think it helps with the algorithm. So here I am going to go to the actual villa and pull up the images. and upload those photos. So with regards to the photographs, we can change the order later. Generally speaking, on the cover photo, I would add your best looking photo for obvious reasons to entice the guest to actually book your property. Usually that's a sea view from your villa, or it's your lounge photograph. Please don't put your bathroom photograph or your toilet or kitchen. It's just not going to be your best photograph. Really, the living area, the view, even like the amenities, the pool, or if they've got a great communal pool, or the property looks great from an aerial drone shot, I'd use that. I'd also highly recommend like adding a caption for your main photograph. Yeah, so I can do that afterwards. I just want to finish this section. So then we go to continue. All Airbnb goes blah, 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 blah. Click next. So suitable for children, infants. I mean, smoking is allowed, but like it's outside. So generally, guests notice. I'm not going to put a cross or a tick here. I'm going to leave this quite open. Next. So here, Airbnb automatically defaults to instant book for various reasons. Obviously, it's more desirable for their platform to have instant bookable properties. Because I'm an agent, and of this property, I want to review the guest, and because it's a villa, I do think that there's a little bit more vetting with regards to guests and villas, booking villas. So if I click next here, this is where it leads me to that I'm going to work on the inquiry basis. You still get a lot of inquiries. So next, and I'll keep my calendar up to date. I have rented this out before, and as often as possible I want to accept guests because it's purely a vacation rental and Airbnb. How much notice you need before guests arrives? Same day's okay. When can guests check in? It's already set at 3 p.m. How far in guests anytime can they book? And what's the minimum stay? 3 nights. And I'll leave max, obviously, available. Like if you've got a condo and an apartment, like it's entirely up to you, right? Like the lower, the more likely you are to get bookings. But some villas have set rules with owners. Haven't got another calendar I'm syncing up, but you can just import export calendars to sync your calendars. Very easy. Yeah, and like if you want to manage a calendar, I recommend just using Google. It's free, and then you can sync it up with make sure it's public, and then you can sync it up with the channels. If you need help with that, let me know. So next, and then Airbnb, it does offer like a pricing system, smart pricing. So, but usually I find that it's just really working off the lowest rate, which yeah, I'm not sure how smart it is. I personally can't use it for various reasons. So the currency the villa owner works in US dollar, and for this villa, the currency, which I should have had, the currency here, the low season rate, which is September, the lowest rate here for this villa in this season is 600. And then for my villa, I'm going to add 21% on, which I'm sure you might be thinking 726, that is, right, plus 600 is quite a lot, but actually Yeah, it's 21%. I'm not getting 21%. Airbnb still is on this model where they charge you 3% host fee. I know that Airbnb and Booking.com are in a pricing war at the moment. And Booking.com is working on this, 15% model. And then Agoda Homes is exploring a different model of 10%. Yeah, where Booking.com. Yeah, I do believe that they may change, but at the moment it's minus 3% for the host. So I'm not getting 21%, I'm getting 18. And I do think that if you put a higher price, room for negotiation, because the guests always try to ask for discounts. So always start off high. Taxes. So with regards to taxes, yep. This is dependent on where you're based. Like for Thailand, for example, if you have a 4-bedroom villa, you have to acquire the relevant documentation with the accommodation license. If you have a 5-bedroom villa, you do need a hotel license. So you can have a 4-bedroom villa, what sleeps up to 15 guests, I believe. And yeah, that's the accommodation license, and then the hotel license, a little trickier to get. This is where you need it for the bigger properties, for example. So that's just one instance of one type in Thailand. Yeah, and it's really down to yourself. I do recommend setting up a company. I mean, obviously, initially you could start off, I guess, without a company, but at some point you will need a company. So, publish listing. Let's look at preview here as well. So, yeah, this is getting published now, and then I'm just going to hide those details. So, here is the actual listing, and then you want to go back into it, which you can in the listing section. Or here, so you can click edit listing, and the reason why you need to go back is you need to tidy up a few things, and set the pricing, because this villa has seasonal pricing. So yes, it's got a private living room, lock on bedroom, bed linen, extra pillows, cable TV, hot water. Yes, it's got its oven, stove, cooking basics, dishes, refrigerator, coffee maker, microwave, garden. Breakfast isn't provided, beach essentials, yeah. Free on-street parking, barbecue, patio. Okay. Then you've got family section. You don't need to, it's not beachfront. Yeah, so I mean, you can fill out all these details. I tend to just do the luggage, long-term stays, cleaning not before checkout. Can be arranged for an additional fee, but I believe this villa actually does have cleaning included, which is in my other things to note section. Save. And then the next bit to worry about is this title description, so where you edit, and then here you've got the listing description, the space, but what it doesn't do is, like, there's some extra sections what you need to fill out, like the guest access. So what can they actually access during their stay? So this is quite a comprehensive list. Microwave, freezer, so it's listing the amenities already. Guest interaction, villa staff, contactable. Oh, can't type today. Contactable during your stay. other things to note. So this is like your house rules, like here, for example, there is have I copied? I've copied the neighborhood in there. 1 second. Yeah. So security deposit, 20,000 Tiber, payable on arrival. Sleeps 25, the villa actually. After the 16th guest, we charge $25 per guest. So regarding the security deposit, there is a section to add the security deposit where you can earn a 20,000 Tiber. However, then Airbnb are collecting the security deposit. The villa owners actually want to collect the security deposit themselves. Majority of villas operate like this. Yeah, I leave it blank. I'm not sure actually now though if Airbnb, if you leave it blank, I believe that they are putting some sort of charge to a guest on the credit card prior to them staying based on the reservation total. Yeah, I would need to get back to you on that. It sleeps 25. Airbnb's system only allows you to go up to 16 plus. Again, it's a bit of a flaw. Whether that's for legal reasons, I don't know. It doesn't go 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and so on. So, yeah, I can show you where we can tweak that with regards to the extra guest charge. But it's good to have it in writing, right? Another thing, actually, would be to copy that. And then when we go back up here, we can go into booking settings. And under house rules, this is where additional rules I would enter, just so that then the guest has that twice. They've got it on the listing and other things. Airbnb does deem that as long as you've got stuff listed there, you are covered. And then I'd also put it in the house rules. Here is where you can switch on instant book if you wish, if you've got more control of the property. And then here we've still got it on inquiry basis. Here where you edit, you can, if you do want, maybe you want to make sure that the guest has a profile photo, you can tick that option. Instant book, government ID, recommendation from host, they need that, and additional rules again to cover yourself. I believe, like, actually now, excuse me, I just get my battery charger. No, Airbnb actually do not show the guest's profile photo. They show the host to the guest, but not the actual guest, and that's for discrimination purposes. So, yeah, 1 second. Sorry about this. So, yeah, that just gives you a little bit more protection, I guess, in that section. That's that section. Here, further down, actually, this is where you edit your policy. Checkout time, make sure you've got that, because guests could abuse that. Strict cancellation, that's the strongest cancellation policy. So essentially, when the guest books, as long as it's like after 14 days before the check-in date, the guest has 48 hours to cancel. And this is called the grace period. So they've booked today, they've got 48 hours from now to cancel, which as a property manager agent, it's a challenge because then we generally have to stall on payments to owners. And then when you stall on a payment to an owner, it means the calendar is left wide open. It hasn't been blocked. So there's a fear that we can lose out. Yeah, I do believe Airbnb might change that policy. But this is the strongest policy for us because after 48 hours, then, if they do cancel, they will pay 50 Airbnb pays us 50% of the booking to our bank account. We won't receive that until 24 hours after the check-in date, and then it's like however long it takes to get in your account, and depending on your payment methods, so it can take like 8 days after the check-in date, but then it is guaranteed. Yeah, so that's the best cancellation policy. They have introduced some new policies here, moderate. This is very new, like last week. Guests pay 10% less, but you keep your payout no matter what when they cancel. So, I mean, you could just increase your rate by 10%, I guess, and then add that policy. But really, I do think that the strict is the best cancellation policy to go by. So save that. So that's that section. Pricing. So here's my base price, $726. Here's where you add early, last minute discounts. You can share the property with other hosts. You can change your currency, which does they work off the day's currency. Standard fees, so this is where you would add your security deposit. Extra guests, so it was $25, so $30. So that I do have commission on that extra guest, and it's after 16 plus. Yeah. So that's why you need it in writing. How many guests your villa can actually cater for. Cleaning fee, you could add that, but that's all included. And then you've got other fees. So I guess like if you're in America, like resort fees, linen fee, community fee, management fee, you can add weekend pricing for this particular villa. We'll stick here. So then we go to availability. So this section, same day in terms of the notice we require, minimum stay 3 nights, and then if you add a custom rule, and then you can put months or specific dates. So for this villa, I want to do December until February. Minimum stay is 7 nights, and then save. So during that period, they can only inquire if they want 7 nights. And then this is a section where you check in, check out times. You can import your calendar from Google, HomeAway, iCloud, VRBO. Like I said, if you want to do a free calendar system, pretty easy. Just go to Google Calendars, create a calendar, make it public, and then just sync it across to Airbnb, HomeAway, TripAdvisor, the other sites where you list. And then you can export, and here's your calendar link, which can be synced. So I don't have another calendar for this. Local taxes, like I said, that's your jurisdic, your department with regards to this. Make sure that you are covered, and then co-host section as well. Like if you want to work with a friend, and then you can choose what they can see. To actually do the seasonal pricing, click Show Calendar. And in this section, if you do want to go back, and you've got these options up here, and then you can click these options to go back to where you previously were. So here is, if you actually click down the side here, is where you can see where you add your price, and then you can add a rule set or a private note. And so you can do it one or two ways. You can drag like this for your dates, or you can click on the calendar, and then you can, this second date is obviously the checkout date, and then you put the price. So with this particular villa, if we go to the price in here, you have to bear with me, guys, because this is yeah, my third video, I believe, or second video. So yeah, so starting off here, these are net rates from my particular owner. So if we start from October, so October rate is 700, his net rate, and then so 700 divided by 100 times by 21 equals 147. So 847 is 21%. When you're dealing with a lot of properties, you can you can have formulas set up. So November is 850 divided by 100 times by 21 plus 850. So 1028 is November, and then the next period is the 1st to the 15th of December, and that is 900 divided by 900 divided by 100 times by 21 plus 900, obviously 1089. And then 16th to the 15th is the peak. 1400 divided by 100 times by 21 plus 1694. Sounds a lot, but when you divide it between how many people for this villa, that price is for, what was it, 16, and then additional guest charge after 16th of Jan to 15th of Feb. So I guess they're calling this the high season. So 1200 divided by 100 times by 21 plus 1200 equals 1452. And then it's the 16th of Feb to the end of April. 900 divided by 100 times by 21. Oh, it's 1089, the previous rate. Yeah, so I'll just stop here now because that's the season's done. But I'm going to go further and do the whole of next year as well, because when you are doing pricing, if you're there, you might as well price it for like 2 years in advance. People do inquire actually like a year in advance, and depends on your business model if you want to do that. Take bookings that far. One little trick, I think, what tricks the algorithm a little bit is unblock and block today's date. Then Airbnb thinks that you've got the most up-to-date calendar. I do think this does work. get you higher in the search algorithm. Yeah, and then if you want to manually block off some dates, you can go here and then put in the date and then block. Yeah. So yeah, essentially, so if we go to preview listing, yeah, I mean now the actual listing is complete. The photo section I will need to tweak around. Generally speaking, you want the main photo, like I said, your open shots of like outdoor area, your best photos, and then I think the living area, then your kitchen, bedroom 1, 2, 3, 4, then your outdoor area and beach photos and activity photos last. So it's like a walkthrough of the property, right? Here you can see all the bedrooms, your calendar. Haven't got any reviews for this yet. Yeah, it's important with these properties to obviously reply fast because it is listed here and will show, and then obviously reviews will show up here as well. Yeah, so that's just really a short video really to help fellow entrepreneurs, build up their business, and I just hope it's been of some use. Yeah, so my channel name, BNB Panda. Panda because I'm based in Asia. BNB, obviously, play off the Airbnb name. I'll be providing a lot more content for this market. I've managed roughly about 1,000 properties in Asia. And worked closely with owners. Prior to that, successful with other internet startups in this space. Hope I've helped, and just hit the like button, subscribe, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me. Okay, thank you very much.